When people think about negotiation power, they often imagine something obvious: money, authority, status, or experience. And while those things can certainly influence negotiations, they are not the most powerful advantage. In fact, some of the most successful negotiators win conversations without any of those advantages. They use something much more subtle, something that doesn't look powerful at first. But in reality, it changes the entire balance of the negotiation. This hidden advantage is information. The person who understands the situation better often controls the direction of the conversation. Because when you understand what the other side truly wants, you can shape solutions that work in your favor. And the surprising truth is this: most people enter negotiations without collecting enough information, which means they are negotiating in the dark. Why information is the key to negotiation. In negotiations, information acts like a strategic map. Without it, every decision becomes a guess. Imagine trying to solve a puzzle without seeing all the pieces. You might make progress, but your chances of success are much lower. The same principle applies in negotiations. If you understand the other person's priorities, deadlines, pressures, and motivations, the situation becomes clearer. You begin to see opportunities that others might miss. For example, the other side might appear firm in their position, but behind that position could be a hidden concern. Maybe they are worried about risk. Maybe they need quick results. Or maybe they simply want recognition. Once you understand these hidden motivations, new solutions become possible. Solutions that satisfy both sides. Why most people miss this benefit. One of the biggest mistakes people make in negotiations is talking too much. They focus on presenting their own ideas. They explain their position. They try to persuade the other side. But while they are speaking, something important is happening. They are missing information. Because information comes from listening, not talking. Professional negotiators understand this very well. Instead of dominating the conversation, they spend much more time asking questions. They observe reactions. They pay attention to small details. Even subtle changes in tone or hesitation can reveal important clues. In many cases, the person's the most, and the person who learns the most gains the advantage. How to obtain information in negotiations. The best negotiators rarely ask direct questions like investigators. Instead, they guide the conversation naturally. They ask open questions that encourage explanation. Questions like, what challenges are you facing with this project? Or, what would success look like for you in this situation? These types of questions invite the other person to share more details. And often people reveal more information than they realize. Because when someone feels heard, they become more open. And openness creates opportunities. The more you understand the full picture, the easier it becomes to find creative solutions. This is why skilled negotiators treat conversations like exploration. They are not rushing toward a deal. They are discovering the landscape first. Using information strategically. Collecting information is only the first step. The real advantage comes from how you use it. Once you understand the other side's priorities, you can design proposals more strategically. Instead of offering random solutions, you create options that address their real concerns. For example, if speed is their biggest priority, you might offer faster delivery. If risk is their concern, you might offer stronger guarantees. And when your proposal directly solves the other person's problem, resistance decreases. Because now the negotiation is no longer about winning or losing. It becomes about solving a shared challenge. And solutions that address Real interests are much harder to reject. Why patience strengthens this weapon. There is one final element that makes information even more powerful: patience. Many negotiations fail because people rush. They want quick answers, not quick decisions, quick agreements. But patience allows information to surface. When conversations move slowly, people begin revealing more details. Sometimes they mention concerns casually. Sometimes they share constraints they didn't mention earlier. And sometimes they even suggest solutions themselves. This is why experienced negotiators rarely rush to close the deal. They understand that the longer they explore the conversation, the clearer the landscape becomes. And clarity leads to better decisions. Many people believe negotiation power comes from authority or pressure, but the real secret weapon is much quieter. It's understanding. The person who understands the situation better usually has the advantage. Because information reveals opportunities, it exposes hidden interests, and it helps create solutions that others cannot easily see. So the next time you enter a negotiation, remember this simple principle: don't rush to speak. Don't rush to decide. Take the time to learn, because sometimes the greatest advantage in a negotiation is simply knowing more than the other side.